her, and it's try number 2 for the day. If you saw the first one, you're going to know why, because, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I am so excited. This is day number 37 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And today we are celebrating our service hero, Christina Wallace. Welcome, Christina.
Thank you. So excited. I get the pleasure of seeing you twice in one day. I'm
I
so
know I feel the same way. Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about you and why it is that you were chosen as our service hero. First of all, I just want to say thank you for what you've done. Um, to talk about your background and to tell a little bit about Christina and why she's been chosen. Christina comes from education, and she's had quite a career in that. And in that, she found that she has an amazing amount of talent. I, as a recruiter, am ever so impressed by this woman's resume. I mean, what certificate or educational degree do you not have? I mean, it's pretty incredible. I know you because of the fact that we met through nonprofits, through Sherry Watson and her whole group, The Power of Purpose. And I just really loved the fact that you were doing Facebook Lives. And as I shared with you, you were sharing the screen with your significant other. And we're going to go into that. But your passion and purpose is about education and about spreading a message. And so with that, I want to thank you for the time you spent with me on Monday, because when you said, can I serve you, is basically what you said to me. And I was like, oh, I got to get you on, Facebook Live and make you a service hero, because I mean, those words are exactly what I am really sharing right now. It's another passion of mine, because it actually goes along with the message that we share over at Chemo Buddies for Life. And so you were helping me to kind of get that message for Chemo Buddies for Life, and so that it would resonate with people up on the stage. And I want to thank you because I had such a breakthrough with you. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to let you tell everybody about you and what it is that you are doing that I think is just so spectacular.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. So thank you again for having me. It was fun. We had our fun thing earlier today, and with the technology age, such a blessing, but also these learning curves that throw at us. And I have been so many times where the phone's not charged, or the internet's off, or it's slow, or you drop service,
or the computer decides to die.
Charge the computer. So many things. So I give you mad props, we say, for not giving up. I love it. Never give up.
Never get up. No.
Well, that's the motto of my nonprofit, Empowers You. We can, we will.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about you, your history, and what has brought you to today.
Yeah, so sum it up real quick, because I could be here for hours and hours talking all my passions. But long story short, I was an educator, a classroom teacher. I loved every minute of it. Didn't like necessarily some parts of the school system and certain things that have happened in the system. And especially now with things that are going on in schools, I'm very passionate about helping teachers. A lot of requirements and a lot of pressures going on, but I loved it with the kids and the students, and I just did everything with them. We did peer leadership, we did debate club, we did Model UN. I took those kids on every trip you can think of, and on the East Coast, and I even went to LA with one of the health clubs. So I've been coaching. Actually, people ask me, like, how long have you been a coach? I said, I've been a coach over 20 years, because In the classroom, I was a coach, I was a psychiatrist, a guidance counselor, a best friend, a driver, you know, big
Mhm.
sister, mom. I had so many of my wonderful students who used to call me Ma. Actually, one of them, Shamika, is now a history teacher herself.
That's
In
great.
I used to teach, yeah. So I feel like I've been coaching for a very, very long time. And educating and coaching are very similar in many, many ways if you understand the real meaning of education. I'm sorry, there's a police or something outside. But I don't know if you can hear me still. You okay?
Yes, I can hear you, and I'm going to
Okay.
say hi to Sharon because Sharon's
Oh,
on.
hi,
Hi, Sharon. Yeah, yeah.
Shannon. So
Okay, so now one thing. Okay, let's bring that up.
yeah.
You're the police outside. You are in the New York area, aren't you?
I moved. Yeah. So there's someone going by now. So I moved from New Jersey. I've been a Jersey girl my whole life. Moved to Brooklyn, New York last year because I actually, after becoming a school leader, an administrator, and a chief innovation officer, and really helped transform these schools in Newark, New Jersey, I decided to take a break and step out of that system for a while. And I became an education consultant and was
Mhm.
coaching teachers and coaching the big kids.
We all
And
need to
training
be
adults.
coached. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you did me the other day.
adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom used to call me at school and say, "How are the kids?" I'm like, "Which ones? The big ones or little ones?" You know, because the adults need just as much nurturing and attention and help and coaching as the students do, especially the new teachers who really need support. They just need so much support. They need emotional support, social support, financial support. You know, teachers like, where do I invest? What do I do? You know, there's so many questions people have, but particularly in teachers, they need us. They need us to pour into them. And so I just loved that. And then I thought to myself last year, I was like, you know what? I could do this. I could really do this. I could do this on my own. So I launched my own business, launched my own nonprofit business to serve in both arenas for adult training, coaching, consulting, strategy, and I love it. And then this past like 6 months, I found a new passion, which is working one-on-one with amazing women like you who are moms and doing it all and want to help change the world, and particularly moms who are raising their kids now and working full time and overwhelmed and feeling guilty they can't spend enough time with their kids and they don't know how to do self-care and they have a lot of dreams and hopes and I'm just like, how am I going to do this all? So that's where I'm at now with my one-on-one consulting and clients and really helping them and just wanting to serve. But yeah, that's what I'm excited about is coaching and helping people.
And one thing that I am just so impressed with um, is that you have all these degrees, and you have, I mean, you have a resume that is just incredible, impeccable. It's just like jam packed, and you are out there spreading a message to say, embrace the fact that you are a. I'm going to let you finish the sentence.
Badass.
Yeah, well, it's a three-letter
Yes.
word that you are
Oh,
a
mom.
super. Yes, yes, yes. That
Badass.
you are out there. Yes, and that
Yes.
to embrace being a mom.
Yes. Yes.
I just think this is genius. You
Yeah.
are the perfect person to be sharing this message because you have been a principal
Mm-hmm.
of of some major league schools,
Mm-hmm.
and done some major league turning things around. And now you have embraced the fact, and you were telling me a story earlier about $1 billion. That if someone was to give you $1 billion, I'd love for you to share that right now.
Yeah, when I was talking about that earlier, and the reason I say badass now is because that's how I view myself, and I view moms like you and other moms. I had this huge switch that happened, and I used to beat myself up. I used to feel guilty. I used to feel actually like motherhood was a burden. I felt it was a handicap. I was comparing myself to all of these successful entrepreneurs and business people and mainly men out there, and I kept saying, well, why is it just not going fast enough for me? Why am I just not having all of this quote unquote success? And I had a huge epiphany. I had an awakening. I had my own breakthrough. A lot of us coaches have to coach ourselves. And
Right,
I said, stop
right.
it. Yeah, I said, stop it. You run a household. I am doing this by myself until my amazing partner presents himself. But I am, raising him. I'm running a household. I'm doing all these things. I am not just managing, but I'm flourishing. I'm pouring personal development into myself. I'm healing myself and becoming a better mother in the process. So I said, let me turn this into a superpower. It is my superpower to be a mother. And when you're talking about the $1 billion, I had a click moment. You know when the light switch goes on, the light bulb.
Right. Yeah.
I said, okay, so I'm not paid for motherhood though. There's no income. There's no paycheck coming to the bank account for raising my son. And I said, even though that's not happening, um, physically, energetically, it's priceless.
Right.
There's no amount of money any mom would ever. I mean, if I said to you, I'll give you $1 billion right now in your bank account, you can have your nonprofit, you can do all your dreams and hopes and have everything you want, but you have to give up your kids. You could never have been a mom.
No, and I have grandkids now. There's no way.
Yeah.
They're the payoff.
You know, like, no, like there's no amount of money, there's no amount of time, there's no amount of, anyone you can, there's nothing in the world that is, and again, I'm sure fatherhood feels the same way. I don't know. I can't speak to being a father, but just being a parent. But there's something about that child in your womb and, birthing a child and then raising the child, and especially Caleb and I are just so close. It's just the two of us as well. We just are like best buds, and we just feed off each other. And I realized I have to stop putting that energy out that he's a handicap. I have to stop putting that energy out that I have to apologize for being a mom and feeling like I was less than these young 29-year-old guys who were making $50 million doing XYZ. And I'm like, wait a minute, what I do is priceless.
Right. Absolutely.
What I do is priceless. So I had to stop comparing myself and own it and say, you know what, this is it. And it was freedom. I felt so free. I felt so much better. And I felt like now I can serve so many more people because I'm owning that.
I'm so happy that you are. And, and when in the beginning I said your significant other is Caleb. It's your son, and he just is adorable. I've loved it, and you're getting all sorts of heart bombs. And I want to say thank you for taking this message on. Thank you for educating yourself and spending all the time and money and everything that you've done to become the kind of woman that empowers others to take what it is. Like you said, we're not paid for motherhood, but that is our greatest calling. And it is a superpower. And, we need to make that a superpower movement. And I'm so proud to know you. And I'm so proud to be highlighting you as our service hero of the day for the work that you're doing, not only for helping me, but for helping, because I know you work on an international level. Hello, everyone. We're picking people up or coming along, and you are working with people on an international level and getting this message out there. And I just really, really want to say, I needed you when I was raising my kids. Now I have the grandkids, and they're the greatest. But you know what? My daughter is in those shoes now, and I'm going to have her listen to this because she has superpowers, and I know it. And all women that are mothers need to not dread Mother's Day anymore. We need to empower ourselves to say, yes, that's our day. We are just going to make that the superpower day and enjoy our callings. And so thank you, Christina Wallace, for being my friend. Thank you for taking this this time with me. Thank you for helping me on my first day with this new platform so that now I can have someone with me and not be trying to spend the whole time getting them on. And and thank you for what you're doing for all the women out there. Let's get this message out there. Let's share. I'll share in the link, but if someone wants to talk to you and find out more about what you're doing and what your message is, how do they do that?
Yes, thank you. So I will share that Facebook is my jam. Facebook's my home. I love Facebook, so they can find me right there on Facebook. I do my own lives and a lot of sharing. I'm very responsive to messages, like pretty much within 24 hours. If I don't respond to you, you know what I'm doing. I'm either sleeping or with Caleb.
Right,
Caleb,
right.
yeah, I
Right.
actually have blocks in my schedule of Caleb time where I shut everything off and I'm fully present with him. And that's one of the things I teach people how to do, block out time and things like that for self-care. But so message me on Facebook. I am really, really loving to connect with people, talk with people, putting out a new book. So the book coming out is all about having the courage to dare to make the decisions you need to make for yourself. And my book, I share my story of deciding to become a mother, which is what changed my life just completely, 180. And other women who are writers in the book, Nelia, Aaron, our mothers, Lachelle's mother, and Clarissa is a first grade teacher, so she's a mother in heart and spirit. So we're all
Wonderful.
talking women, sharing our stories of empowerment and change. So that'll be coming out soon. And then also too, I just want to share one tip, if I may.
I
Can
would
I
love
just
it.
share
Yeah,
one?
absolutely. Please.
Yeah, I always love to give value. And one of the things I will say, if anyone out there is like me and you are daily, on a daily basis, trying to do a little bit better, trying to feel a little bit better, trying to feel less overwhelmed, because as a mom, you have so much on your plate that you have to get done. All I want to tell you is just love yourself. Just have compassion for yourself and just tell yourself it'll be okay. And God did not give you anything you can't handle, but especially this precious life. You're not going to mess it up.
I love it. That's
Got, okay.
perfect.
Yes,
So
God's got you. Breathe. Breathing is free. It's the most powerful, most effective thing you can do for yourself. Just take a deep breath and blow it out a few times and just breathe in love and just.
So everybody that's
Yeah.
comment that you're breathing. Let us know you're
Yeah.
breathing. Okay. So,
Breathe
all right.
so
Thank
much.
you,
So.
Christina. Thank you for the tips and thank you for being our service hero of the day. And then tomorrow, just wait. I'm going to get this thing down. So,
Congratulations. Thank you, love.
Thank you. And we'll see you later and see everybody tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.